Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are live once again. This is Empire State of Baseball, episode number 138, airing on August 25th of the year 2025, airing on Instagram, X, YouTube, and powered by StreamYard. Well, we're approaching the end of summer here. Next weekend, it's Labor Day. So even though technically speaking, there's still a few more weeks of summer to follow, it's really the unofficial end of summer, if you ask me. Kids are back to school. Summer vacations are in the books. You get through the big three summer holidays, wrapping it up with Labor Day. It's just hard to believe we're already at this time of year, and September, it's the home stretch of the baseball season. And hopefully a stretch where both of our teams could make it. It is a question mark for sure. We'll get into that a little bit. Joe, how are you feeling on this fine August evening?
I feel a lot better if the Mets weren't down 3-0 already to the Phillies, and Kodai Senga has not looked good so far. He's thrown about 1 million pitches early in this game. And yeah, but I'm excited. We got a giveaway to give away today. Mm-hmm. Less excited maybe about who won the ball, but we'll get to that. I don't know. We're always happy to give away stuff.
Must have been an ESP family member then if you're not excited who won the ball. But I guess we'll find out later on tonight as
there'll be some collusion. You don't know.
We hopefully there's no collusion here. Hopefully not.
No, there's definitely no collusion.
See. So as you guys know, for the last couple of weeks, we were promoting the giveaway that's being revealed later on tonight for our winner. We closed out the contest officially last night before midnight. So looking forward to see who's going to win our second giveaway. First time we've done this since the spring of last year. Yep. So it's been a while, and hopefully by the next time we get to our next milestone, it'll be a lot quicker than the last time out, and hopefully with the status, with the growth we pulled off of the last year, we'll get there sooner than later. Thomas, how you doing today? How was your weekend?
Weekend was good. Do I remember all of it? I don't think so. It was busy. You know, that's my life at this point.
Busy life there, Thomas. Busy life. Tonight's a special night for Yankee fans and Hamilton fans like me. I'm supporting Hamilton in the background because it's Hamilton night at the ballpark today. So that's a fun little gimmick the Yankees are running. Hopefully they can start a new gimmick and win baseball games, especially at this time of the year. Lost 3 out of the 4 to Boston. Luckily took last night's game. But we got a lot to say about these New York teams that are driving us nuts as of late. But before we do that, let's take a look to the chat here. I see the chat is lighting up already. Mike Parziali kicking it off as always. Look at this guy. Like and subscribe, everyone. 500 subscribers. No reasons to not double that. Let's go. That's my guy Pars right there. Always love the support. Jacob Petruzzi, smack that leak and sub button for the fellas on your way in. Shout out to Jacob Petruzzi and his lack of spelling. Big Slick in the building. Shout out to Big Slick. We got Sierra's in here. Front desk, which I believe is Swift. We are live, goes front desk. Jack Esposito's here. We got CK over from Yankees Pod and Pinstripes Uncensored. Shout out to CK. Actually pulled Jabba Chamberlain for an interview recently. So shout out to CK and King of Pinstripes for a great interview. And we have Sierra, our very own Sierra, who also is coming off a big week. She debuted her first edition of the Clubhouse this past Tuesday with a lot of fun, especially since the co-host was yours truly. She's back at it tomorrow night. So we'll have more on the week ahead of ESP scheduling because we're like full-scale network over here, fellas. Mm-hmm. Like we got a lot of programs throughout the week between spaces and live streams. So we'll keep you all posted on all that business. Thomas, let's keep the people posted on the road back business. Take it away.
Let's do that as we head into the fall season. You're going to want to look for some of those little warmer things, some long sleeve options. And Roback has you covered there. Literally has your arms covered with the Q-zips, the hoodies. Still got the beautiful polos out there. You got Joe. Only thing saving that mug is that Roback polo right now. I got one on as well. Also today, saw they launched a new line of all like women's workout stuff, some like high-rise pants. So if you have a lady in your life, or there's any ladies out in the audience, I know there are some. Check it out. Roback is not just for guys; they got stuff for kids. They got the ladies, the guy stuff as well. Plus all that really cool college football stuff. I saw a lot of it sold out quickly. It's going to be restocking. So head over to roback.com. Use promo code TWASPIL15. Get yourself 15% off of your first order.
You heard the man, and the rundown brought to you by Roback, Corey Favs.
Yeah, listen, I mean, I have nothing but good things to say about Roback. My closet's full of them, and I'll probably get some more at some point in time, so I highly recommend it. But anyway, we do got a busy show today. I know a lot of you are tuning in for the 500 subscriber giveaway. That'll be coming a little later in the show, but first we're going to start off with the Empire Express, talking the latest and greatest of New York baseball news. We'll dive into the Queens and the Bronx and see what's up with both of those teams. Our game segment for tonight is the lineup card. We'll be revealing 2 lineups. One on the Mets side, one on the Yankee side, and the co-host will try to guess the missing spots of that lineup. And the New York Strike Exchange, everyone's favorite bi-weekly segment's back with the Bulls and Bears. We'll see who made the cut for both lists this week. It should be a very eventful segment.
God. Oh my God. That's gonna be a watch, folks. That's gonna be a watch for later on today. All right. Well, listen. Shout out to Peggy. Good to see Peggy Kev Haken in here. She goes, let's go Yankees. So I guess we'll start there. Let's talk about those New York Yankees, folks. Again, coming off an interesting week because off the rip, it was looking good. The Yankees take 2 against Tampa Bay. The first game, of course, they blew the doors off the Rays pitching. The second game, back and forth game, got into extra innings. The Yankees were able to prevail there. And then bring on Boston. And once again, the Red Sox put a whipping on the New York Yankees. It's just, it's a tale as old as time, it seems like, Tom. They just can't seem to get past not only teams in their own division that's right above them, the teams that, frankly, if they have any intention to go to October, these are teams they're going to face.
Yeah, it's alarming. It's alarming, and the Yankees now have a week where they play 2 of the 3 worst teams in baseball, with the Nats right now, though they gave a lot of problems to the Mets last week, and then the White Sox. So they have time to, glass half empty kind of thing, glass half full. They could look good this week and make the Yankee fans feel better, but also if they look good this week, they're beating up on the bad teams, which they don't really have a problem with. So it's very frustrating that Boston just seems to whatever they do, Boston just absolutely owns them as of late. And I think even Cora had comments after, I forget which game, where we're just we like coming here, it's fun, but not in a good competitive way, in we like beating these losers kind of stuff. And it's embarrassing. It's really embarrassing. And I think what concerns me the most is, I don't think any of us have super high hopes for the Yankees the rest of the year. I think they still should probably get into the playoffs as a wild card. Who knows? Maybe they get out of the wild card round, but we don't think this team is really destined for anything too great. But the problem is, the front office is going to they're going to pull that card up right there, and they're going to say, we led the league in runs. We had the highest OPS in the league. We our pitching batting average was low. They're going to look to these things and say we just got unlucky. We got unlucky this year, and it won't change. I'll still stand on I'll die on the mountain that firing Boone doesn't fix it. I'm not saying Boone's a great manager, but the Yankees have so many fundamental problems. Mm-hmm. Even just how they manage things. The situation with Volpe, I know they finally benched him, but it was after 14 articles came out about how Volpe is horrible. He is so bad, and the Volpe defenders, I think they're even have to give up or at least admit fault at this point. The way they handle things is just it's getting embarrassing off the field and on the field.
Yeah, I mean we're at a point, and in part of a crash out that happened earlier today on a Bronx take. One of the biggest concerns I have of this team, you were going into 2025 thinking 1/3 of your lineup is going to be part of. I use this, and I don't even really mean it. Cornerstone of your team. When a 30-year-old is supposed to be Jason Dominguez, Austin Wells, and Anthony Volpe. Mm-hmm. And I think the 3 players have held the Yankees back more than anything this year than helped this team. And it is a true cause of concern for not only what this current team is, but what the future is. These are your guys who are supposed to be here for the next few years. That's supposed to be here for the next decade. They were highly touted in Double A and Triple A. You know, these guys, a couple of these guys were top 10 prospects at one point, and they're doing more harm to the team than good.
The Yankees haven't developed a true star position player other than Judge, but Judge also went to college, so he got extra development there. And Judge also, I know I've said on the show, infamously has his own hitting coach. He doesn't follow the Yankees hitting philosophy. They haven't developed anyone else. I mean, Gary Sanchez is probably the best other position player that they've truly developed. It's embarrassing. If I was the Yankees, I would trade, if anyone wanted one of my position players from the minors, I'd trade him for anything. Like whatever. Because this literally is gonna just die in the vine here and they're not gonna be good. So if you can develop a player for me, I'll do it, because the position players have been horrible. Pitching, we said, been good. Like they keep churning out these quality starters. But there's just something so wrong with not just their approaches offensively, but defensively, fundamentals, base running, like everything is so bad. The Volpe play the other day where he tried to get the guy at second. Was that on Friday night? And like he had no chance.
Yeah.
It's just like it's mind numbing watching someone who has a lot of talent. I think he has a lot of talent.
Anthony even had his own. He had his very own promotional giveaway too on Saturday's game. Threw a ball to the second section on Saturday's game, and it led to another 6-7 run scoring in that inning. So just terrible play.
I think two problems that the Yankees have. One, with the Volpe situation, nobody's pushed Volpe. There's not even another shortstop up until this trade deadline. There hasn't been another shortstop on the roster for the better part of 2 years.
Well, that's because they chose not to go and sign one when there was 85 different shortstops, and they said no. That's
fine. Like, you don't have to sign a legitimate starting shortstop. You got to sign somebody that's at least a threat to him. Peraza was never a threat. Oswaldo Cabrera is not a threat to take his job. There was no threat to take Volpe's job at any single point in time. He was the only shortstop, and if he had ever gone down, the Yankees would have had a massive problem to fill. The problem is now, both defensively and offensively, he's borderline unplayable. You're in a playoff race. He can't be on the field every day. They're going to have to play Caballero, or they're going to have to see if Ahmed Rosario can at least be productive at shortstop, because Volpe is at the point where he should be demoted.
Yeah,
he should have been demoted a long time ago. And I will say his defense, as of very lately, has been better from that bad spell, but still offensively,
McMahon has helped. And now the Yankees are in a tough position, right? Because both Grisham and Bellinger are free agents. Bellinger's opting out. Grisham's a free agent. Grisham has had a career year. Bellinger is very, very versatile. He's very useful. He's a lefty. His swing plays at Yankee Stadium. I think Bellinger's going to be back. I think he wants to be here. His father was a Yankee. So there's that. But now the question is, if you let Grisham walk, who's 28 years old, coming off a career year, you go with Dominguez, and Dominguez is what he is this year, that's a huge problem. And so that's a critical decision that the Yankees are going to have to make in the offseason. At the end of the day, Dominguez has put himself in a position he cannot field. He's an awful left fielder, and it's really put it down the stretch. He can't play the field. If Judge goes back to right field, Dominguez is not playing.
Dominguez needs to seriously work, obviously, on the defense. I can't do it anymore with the he's not a left fielder. I'll be honest, Stanton out there, he can't run, but he doesn't misplay balls. If Giancarlo Stanton is in right field and he's like, oh, well, he made the right play, he took the right route to the ball. Like, Dominguez, I don't want to hear it. If you're a center fielder and the ball comes off the bat to left field and right field, I get it, but you got to be better. Like, you can't be,
especially at the major league level.
Come on.
How many chances
high school team?
How many chances you get? I mean, that's listen. I hear
what folks. I'll tell you that.
I hear what folks are saying in the chat, and Corey, I'm going to throw it right to you. So, Joe, our good buddy Joe here, Dominguez doesn't play consistently. That's his issue. If you're 22 years old and don't play every day, you can't progress. Plain and simple. But what's the explanation for Dominguez throwing to third base where he had no chance at a runner, where you could have kept the runner at first base from moving over to second. It's just stuff like that. Maybe at bats. Listen, you have a point when it comes to offense. You're not going to get, if you don't get regular reps, it's hard to get into any kind of rhythm offensively. But he's getting ample opportunity to showcase himself defensively. He's failed.
Yeah, I mean that's the one thing that sucks with Dominguez is that he had the chance to really take claim in left field, and he's done such a terrible job. But the roster construction is unfortunate too, because your DH is locked up, especially now with Judge taking it up there. You got Stanton down in the outfield.
Soto's on pace to hit 40 home runs this year. Dominguez is on pace, and not that he's had a great year. Dominguez is on pace to hit 13. That's the difference.
Yeah,
that's the difference.
Yeah, exactly.
You can live with it when the guy's got a 380 on base percentage. You're going to hit 40 home runs. That's the difference.
Oh, it's interesting. Interesting number, Joe.
I will say, too, on a different note with the Yankees, too. I mean, it's a good thing, coming off a 1-3 4-game set with the Red Sox, that no other team in that wild card race had a good weekend. I mean, the Mariners, they only won 3 of their last 10. Texas Rangers, 5 of their last 10.
That's the silver lining.
You've lost 5 in a row. So all of a sudden, you find yourself still sitting there, second seed in the wild card, but it feels like you haven't lost any ground despite having the rough weekend. So you take that as a little mini victory wherever you can, because we're basically at the point of the season now, leading into Labor Day. It is officially scoreboard watching season. So ultimately, it's just a matter of, are you maintaining and or gaining position in the standings? And despite the terrible weekend, the Yankees somehow maintain their spot in the standings. So you take it from that standpoint, I guess.
I wanna talk about this note right here. I want to talk about this note right here from LI. And I know LI sometimes brings in, let's just say, controversial takes, but this has been a subject. This was a subject earlier today on a Bronx Take, and really it's been a subject, throughout New York radio and whatnot. But when it comes to the use of Aaron Judge, now, I know there's going to be a lot to say about Aaron Judge later on tonight. Hint, hint. But if Aaron Judge is truly still ailing from this injury, and we're in the same position next week when you're about to enter the gauntlet, Tom named it himself. I'll give Tom credit. The gauntlet. And you're still in this position where Judge cannot take the field, and it's limiting Giancarlo Stanton's at-bats or putting him in a position where he can get himself easily hurt out in right field. I'm sorry, Aaron Judge either has to go to the IL or remain on the bench. You can't take Giancarlo Stanton's at-bats away when you're about to face 4 teams across 12 games that you will see in October if you're lucky to get there. I've had enough of this. I mean, I get it. Listen, you're going to coddle Aaron Judge and protect him at all costs. But Aaron, if you're truly the captain of this team and you're the leader of this team and you are hurt, you are hurting the team by staying out there every single day. And especially for the fact that you're not performing. You're not even performing 3/4 of what the Aaron Judge was to start off the year. And Tom's smiling because he's ready to just eat me alive here.
Yeah, because you're a fucking idiot. That's why.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Now, listen, my point was when we talked about that gauntlet, it was last week. If the Yankees aren't in a good position after it is when I would want to shut down Judge. The good thing about that gauntlet is, it's the Astros, Blue Jays, Tigers, White Sox. At Houston, he can play Stanton can play left field in Houston. The Red Sox, whatever. So it starts at Houston. Stanton can play left field. Then it's home in New York. He can play right field. Home in New York, he can play right field. And then at Boston, where he can play left field. He's not playing the field all those days. We know that. But those are 4 consecutive series where he can play the field some of those games. So it is at least an advantage in that way.
It's kind of not really the point that I'm going at. Like what I love about what Giancarlo Stanton doing, he's a team player. He's putting his team on his back. He shouldn't be in the outfield, but he's giving the Yankees an option here to try to get him and Judge in the same lineup. Stanton's at bat should not be taken away whatsoever in this stretch that he's on. And the stretch. Ever since beginning of July, he's hitting well over 340. He's one of the best hitters in the American League at this point. Him and Vinny Pasquantino have been the best 2 players, the offensive players in the AL over the last month in the division. So to me, it's such negligence by this team in the situation that they're in, that they're not putting their best offensive player in the game every look tonight. I know they're playing the Nationals. He's not in the lineup tonight. He should be in the lineup every single day because these games are super important. And if Aaron Judge is basically blocking this guy from being in the lineup every day, Judge should do the right thing and sit his ass on the IL.
The problem also is eventually Stan's going to get hurt playing the outfield. We know the chronic leg issue. If you lose Stanton to a pulled hammy when he's in left field and Aaron Judge is still batting a $190, you're gonna have Boone's gonna lose his job. Judge in the second half.
In 13. Wait for it. Because it's going to happen. The more you put him out there, the more likely he's going to get fucking hurt.
In 24
games. He's been your best hitter by far right now for the last month or so.
Yeah.
He's been
in 24 games. Aaron Judge is batting a $193. He's got 29 strikeouts in his last 83 at bats.
What's his on base percentage in that time frame, Joe?
I understand he's being walked because he's the biggest. He's the biggest guy in that lineup. And
just curious what his on base percentage is in that time.
Let's be real. Stanton's not protecting him. Stanton's not playing half the games. So they're going to pitch around Judge every time. But that's not the point. He's batting a $193, Tom. He was batting 400 the first half of the year.
What's his on base percentage, Joe? It's funny. It's funny because earlier today you said you can live with it because he gets on base at a 380 on base percentage. That's what Judge's on base percentage is.
But I'm not benching my hottest hitter to have him in the lineup. You're benching your hottest hitter.
Aaron Judge is the MVP of the league. Like yes, you have to get Aaron Judge in the lineup. I understand Stanton is red hot right now, but you know what? It's also a huge advantage. Like in that series in Tampa, hey, you know what? I'm gonna just drag and drop him against a lefty and let him hit a home run. Like that is such a huge advantage that Stanton provides.
The Yankees are taking the wrong approach. Judge is a fielder. If Judge cannot physically play the field, he should not be playing. That's the
best hitter in baseball. He is the best hitter that anyone on this show has seen since Barry Bonds.
He's not playing like the best hitter in baseball. That's the problem. If he played like the Aaron Judge, even if he played like three-quarters of the Aaron Judge,
but he's still contributing. You guys are acting like he's not contributing. He's
batting a $193, Tom.
He's getting on base at a 380 percentage.
340 since the second half started. He's batting
380 in the last 2 weeks.
All right, a $193 with 340 on base percentage, a 398 slugging from the quote unquote best hitter in baseball, which he is when he's healthy, but he's not healthy. And the Yankees have a huge problem. All right, because again,
they have a problem, but like if they weren't gonna IL Judge, which like they did IL, but if they weren't gonna keep him on there longer, he has to play.
I actually do.
You're not gonna bench him. You're not gonna play him every other day because Aaron Judge. That's just how it goes, guys.
One last point I'll make on the Yankees side when it comes to Judge playing him, not playing it. You look at the time of year and where you are. I mean, right now it looks like you're probably going to be a playoff team. You've basically been treading water the last couple of weeks. I know some of the series, like the Red Sox ones, have looked brutal. But again, the teams behind you in the wild card have looked worse, like the Guardians, who've completely fallen off. And no one really trusts the Guardians. If the Yankees were 10 games under right now and 8 games back in the wild card, I would shut down Judge in a heartbeat. It's not even a conversation.
Yeah.
Until you get
and I agree with that.
Yeah. But until you're at a point where you're either out of it or you've clinched it and you could afford some extra rest, you got to play the guy. And it just sucks because I agree with what Joe said, too. You're playing with fire until Stanton gets hurt, but you almost have no choice. You have to play with the fire and let it ride. He's the best hitter in baseball when he's fully on. You just got to hope that in the next week or two, he does turn it on, goes back to those roots, and helps carry the team to a playoffs. It's a double-edged sword right now. Are you going to get the Judge that we all know and love, or are you going to get the Judge that you're seeing right now who's playing half injured? It's a double-edged sword, and we'll ultimately see if the Yankees stab the opponent or stab themselves.
My biggest fear at the end of the day is it all worth it? Is it all worth pushing him to the limit? Is it all worth putting Stanton at risk in right field? And hopefully you don't lose this guy before the most important time of the year to have John Carlos.
That's the fire.
Hopefully, is it worth it in this season of all seasons? where they've clearly not played their best baseball. They don't even have their best alignment of 26 guys out there. Is it better to just take a step back, kind of realize, okay, this isn't it, and reassess for 2026? You move Stanton back to DH, you let Judge heal naturally. The worst thing is you push these guys to something that's not even there for them in 2025. All righty, let's get over to the Mets side of the house. We're at 8:25 p.m. Eastern time. Shout out to everybody in the chat. 106 in the building. I know, sitting with anticipation to find out who won the David Cohn autograph baseball. You guys will find out later on tonight. But let's switch over to the New York Mets side of the house. And Corey, we'll start with you. As we see, the Mets 5-3 over their last 8 games. That's a good split, 625 win percentage. A lot of teams now getting more bunched up in that NL wild card mix. I know they're in very, 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 very small print, but the Dodgers and Padres went into today tied in second in the NL wild card. So the Mets are still in that top 3 mix. So don't let the 4 teams kind of fool you there. But yep, they're holding on to it. Cincinnati trying to make a stab at it. But it seems like, Corey, that's really your only cause of concern. If the Arizona Diamondbacks and Cardinals pull off some kind of miracle month here, it looks like it's just you got to wear off the Reds. And I guess my question to you is it NL wild card from here on out, or do we have any shot at this NL East division at this point?
Yeah, at this point in time, the NL East, it is what it is. I'm just going in there, just make the playoffs, just make the wild card. You did it last year. You went into the wild card 3. What happened? You're the road team first round. Epic comeback win, Pete Alonso, home run the 9th inning, and they rode it all the way to the championship series round. So all you got to do is get a ticket to the dance, all right? Once you're in the dance, anything could happen. So just get in. I would have loved the division. Again, considering where they were mid-June versus now, it is a big disappointment. But ultimately, you just want to get yourself a ticket to the dance and then let it ride, see what happens there. And like you said, I'm not worried about those 2 teams, the Diamondbacks and St. Louis, both under 500, both sold off some pieces. The Reds are really your biggest threat right now. It's just unfortunate the Mets couldn't have gained a little more ground. I mean, the Reds didn't have the best of weeks last week. And the Mets, at one point, I think it was like a half game or so. So the Mets were able to get a game back in the standings there. But the Mets missed a big opportunity to gain some ground. I mean, I really wanted them to go in there and sweep a Nationals team that was at one point 25 under 500 when they were playing them. That's a big miss, man. They almost had to come back in the second game and then completely fell apart in game 3. And I don't know what happened. They were up 3-0. Minaya was doing good. Minaya had like 8 strikeouts through 3 innings. He was looking the best he's looked all year. And then 4th, 5th inning comes around and the collapse starts as per usual. Just runs out of energy. And then the rest is history. The bullpen just completely fell apart. And the Mets didn't get a hit the rest of the game versus the worst bullpen in baseball. So that's unfortunate. This is a big week, obviously. And again, because we're not focused on the division right now, just get a ticket to the dance. You do want to win the Phillies series. The biggest thing is just don't get swept. Don't get embarrassed by the Phillies, especially because I'm going tomorrow night. Don't get embarrassed, all right? At least take 1 game. If you take 2, great. Yeah, just make sure you take 1 game, hopefully tomorrow night. And then you got a 4-game set versus the Marlins. Again, the Marlins going to play you tough. It's a divisional game. But I just want to get back to just winning baseball, trying to win more games than you're not. Come out of these 7 games 4-3 and just keep the momentum going up. 4-3. You hope that the Reds lose a game or 2 on you in the standings. And just try to keep up that stretch. Every 7 games, try to go 4-3. That should be enough to stave off the Reds. It's just unfortunate. They missed their chance to gain ground last week. And it comes down to, in my opinion, I know the offense is as rough as it's been sometimes late in games versus bullpens. And tonight they didn't have a hit until just this past inning. Actually, now it's 3-2.
Is
Aaron Judge not contributing again with a double, just that absolute dud of a player.
I know.
Yeah, there you go.
I knew that was coming.
Brandon Nimmo 2-run single, very good.
1 run single. Vientos knocked in.
Soto.
Vientos knocked in Alonso. Nimmo knocked in Vientos.
Oh, perfect. Even better. Thank you for the clarification. My last point I just want to make, though, on the Mets, I'll give it over to Joe. It's the starting pitching. When the Mets are getting decent starting pitching, they're starting to win games, and that's why the Mets were overachieving the first half of the year because their starting pitching was on a different planet. Kodai Senga was a sub-2 ERA the whole way. Him and Max Fried were basically going the same type of outings each game. You're starting to see both of them cool off, more so Senga falling off a cliff. He's settled down a bit tonight now after giving up 3 runs. Hopefully he can get another inning or so out of him. But Peterson, he pitched a gem. McLean has been a revelation to the staff. You saw Clay Holmes get into the 7th inning the other night for the first time this year, and he's looked a little better too. If the Mets could get starting pitching, their offense will do enough to get you there. The bullpen will do enough to get you there. Pitching wins ball games. That's why you're seeing the Mets slowly starting to go from a dreadful month to an average month, because the pitching staff is basically average right now. Half your rotation's doing good, half of it's doing poor. If we can get those guys, Senga and Minaya, back to doing what they should, things are going to be okay for the New York Mets.
And McNeil just tied the game with a base hit through the hole. So it's 3-3, and the Mets are actually showing some fight here. Listen, the division comes down to this. If you sweep the Phillies, the division is in play. If you win 2 out of 3, the division's gone. You cannot go out of the series with being 6 games back and expect to win the division. I know you got 4 more games with the Phillies after this series, but at the end of the day, this is it. You need to sweep them at home. They just lost Wheeler for the year. If there's a time to hit the Phillies with the cooler, it is now. The Mets have played the Phillies extraordinarily well. Right now, you just got to Christopher Sanchez, who's now their ace. So it's now 3-3. It's a new ball game here in the 4th. But the fact of the matter is, if Minaya and Senga cannot get right, this Mets team is not going very far, because they are your top 2 pitchers. They're supposed to be. And listen, I love Peterson. Peterson's not an ace pitcher. He's just not. He's a really good left-handed pitcher.
7-0 Yankees.
He's a productive player. He can't be your ace. He can't be your best pitcher. And listen, I give all the credit in the world to Nolan McLean. Nolan McLean has come up and looked legit. Yeah, I believe he's the first pitcher in baseball history in his first 2 starts to have a sub-1.5 ERA, strike out 15, hold opponents to a less than a $1.50 average against. It's like some stat line. It's him. That's it. He has looked like the real thing. He's come with an attitude, and the fact of the matter is, it is worrying me that it took a rookie to come up and look like his what's been here for a couple days to get this team right. All of a sudden, it's
all over his apartment, apparently.
Huh?
What?
I have no idea.
Tom's being immature. Go ahead.
And I'm worried that these 2 veterans, Senga and Minaya, can't get right. How can the rookie come up and bring the attitude, strike out Olsen and Acuna in back to back, and get a pumped up attitude going 7 innings, and the veterans can't get out of the 5th? That's the problem right now with the Mets. The veteran pitchers have to wake up. Senga, Minaya, then McLean. If Senga and Minaya have a bad start today and tomorrow, and Senga had a rough start already today, if Minaya has a bad start tomorrow, they need to be separated in the rotation. You cannot have these 2 guys going back to back. Even if they both lose, you got to separate them. You got to put somebody in between, because that's how you get on a losing streak. So if you got to swap Minaya and McLean or whatever, or put Tyler McGill when he comes back next week in for a spot start, you have to separate those guys. Yeah. So that's my biggest concern right now. The offense is starting to get going. Lindor is red hot. McNeil has looked really good. And listen, I got to tell you something. We've given McNeil a lot of crap. But let me tell you something. He's having a good year. He plays 6 positions on the diamond. He is it's hard to call him irreplaceable, but he is really close to irreplaceable. not necessarily from the offensive production, but the fact that he can play left field, center field, right field, second base, first base, and third base in a pinch. You can't replace that.
He's basically our team's Ben Zobrist. And Ben Zobrist is not a phenomenal player, but he was a nice, good player who played every position for those Rays team. He's our version of Ben Zobrist.
Right. And you won't see him on the Bulls list or anything like that, but he has been phenomenal. He has saved this team. When Nimmo was out, he goes to left field. When they're facing a lefty and the two lefties can't come off the bench, he goes back to second base. He has been phenomenal. So listen, you're right. If the Mets play 500 ball the rest of the way, they'll probably be in the playoffs. I do not see the Reds winning more than 83, 84 wins. So that's what I'm looking for. Get back to consistent ball. 2 out of 3. Series with the Marlins, you'd like to get 3 out of 4, 2-2. But that's kind of the approach you're taking, is play 500 ball the rest of the way. Maybe you get hot in the last week or two, and we know the playoffs, whoever's hot going into the playoffs has a chance to beat anybody. And especially a 3-game series. Listen, can the Mets beat any team in a 3-game series? The answer is yes. The Mets, here's the one thing that the Dodgers have to worry about, right? The Dodgers are tied with the Padres. I don't think this team can beat the Dodgers in 7 games or the Padres in 7 games. This team can beat any of those teams in 3-game series. And that 3-game series is all there is no
any team can beat any team in a
correct. So
the Nationals just beat you in a 3-game series.
Right, exactly. So that's the key with the playoffs, and especially in the National League this year. If you get the Dodgers I'd rather get the Dodgers in the first round than meet them in the NLCS.
I agree.
I agree.
I agree. It's going to be any man's ball game. Again, we're looking at this where it's not like there's just one team that's just taking the whole league by storm. Yeah, Milwaukee's been doing great things.
They've lost.
Does anybody let me ask you guys a question. Does anybody actually believe in the Milwaukee Brewers?
No.
Am I the only one who feels like they're kind of fraudulent?
It's possible. I think they're a good team.
They're the Brewers. They're good. They'll make the NLDS and they'll lose. That's just what they do.
The Brewers won't beat themselves, right? Like we talk about the Yankees will beat themselves. The Brewers will not beat themselves. They'll make you beat them, but they kind of remind me. Remember the Giants a couple years ago won 100 and something games.
Which Giants team? I mean, they
20.
were pretty good.
Was it 22?
Where them and the Dodgers both went over 100 games.
Went over 100 games.
Okay.
And we sat there and we looked at the roster of the Giants and we're like, how did this team win 100 games? That's kind of where I'm at with the Brewers. They're a good team, but would you say any of their players, their top players, are better than the Mets top 3 or the Phillies top 3?
That's just Brewers baseball, though. I mean, is they find guys, they find replacement guys, they develop players, they teach them how to play baseball. The Yankees if the Yankees see what the Brewers do, they'd be like, "What are you guys doing?" Like
2021
Brewers remind me of like the old A's teams, right? Like the mid 2000s A's team, decent teams, decent players. Got an old star, an old guard like Yelich or somebody, but no superstars that are going to carry that team to a victory.
Yeah, it's interesting. So again, to my point, I don't think there's a team in baseball right now that is the odds-on favorite to hoist the title this year. So it's any person's ball game. It's just Jack said it before, and Jack with our latest comment, but Jack kind of said it before, and it still reigns true. You just have to make the tournament. Just have to make the playoffs. The momentum, whoever has the most momentum following the change of the calendar, that's the team who will probably win the World Series. I can't predict that right now, and we're already at August 25th. All righty, but we're also at almost 8:40, and we got to move along with our show here. Corey Favs just finished up his latest and greatest work on Instagram. What was that project you were working on there?
Earlier this summer, we did the international wheel where we drafted a team based on country. Well, we didn't get the U.S. in a single draw of the 40-plus wheel spin, so we dedicated a whole segment to the United States and did a state wheel. But because there's so many players across so many states, we added a little twist and had a positional wheel as well. So you had to pick a player from that position from that state. a little bit of a twist. So we drafted a 26-man roster. We'll review, you can go on Instagram, follow us there to see that current roster. I know we'll probably reveal it a little later when we got more time in a future show. But go ahead, check it out on Instagram. It's at Empire State of Baseball. And all of us individually, myself at Corey Favs, Joe at JR Pugs, Rich at Rivera, and Tom at T Wospil. We're at 7,600 followers and growing. You'll find that content, all our meme reels. You could watch the show there, even though we prefer YouTube. And you can find some other stuff there as well. So again, at Empire State of Baseball on the gram.
You hear that, Instagram people? Join the party on YouTube. More YouTube in a little bit. Also, I just got this note. Sierra mentioned it in the chat, and I listen. I'm concerned here because it's a member of the ESP family, so I do want to throw this out because this might be a little bit serious. But Chris Nieves has gone missing, and I don't know where the hell he's at. So this was posted on the ESP NYY page. So we are looking for Chris Nieves. So Chris is out there.
Commented in the chat today.
He did comment in the chat.
He did.
He's literally there.
Said it's the Phillies year, which is
Chris. Chris, you're here, buddy. Good to see you.
It's weird to be the Phillies year when their ace got thoracic outlet surgery. That's
a rough one.
A little bit of a switch up in our schedule today. We're rolling out the game now. Current standings, Joe within the lead at 24. Who's gonna knock Joe off this horse right now? Who's gonna take it up? Tom, 18, Corey, 17. I'm at 14. And today's game is a lineup card. And Corey Favs, you have our first lineup. Let's take a look at the Mets.
Yeah, I wanted to do something a little different, try to do it today's date. I purposely picked 2007 because a lot of people have been saying 07 vibes with this Mets team. So I figured why not? Let's throw it back to that year on this day. So looking at the lineup card, played the Dodgers that day. The Mets did win that game too, missing 3 positions. We will open the floor for guesses.
Delgado batting 6 is interesting.
Batting 9th and pitching, Chris Benson.
Not Christopher Benson.
This is a tough team. This is a tough team.
We're missing the corner, outfield, and pitcher.
Batting 9th and pitching, Tom Glavine.
Not Mr. Glavine.
Still there at this point, I think. Right?
Yes.
Tom for me.
He made his memory known in that last game versus the Marlins that year.
Well, I mean, listen, sometimes I throw some Mets guesses out there, and you're like, Tom, they weren't there 15 years closer to the state. So.
Batting 5th in right field, Sean Green.
Not Sean Green. They did acquire Sean Green at the waiver deadline, though.
All right, so no Glavine, no Benson. 9th, John Maine.
Not
Mr. Maine.
Okay, for Joe.
So we got 2-1-1 with the K's.
I'm going to hold my next guess.
How about we're almost out of pitchers, so how about El Duque for the night?
It is El Duque as the starting pitcher.
Oh, Joe with another one.
Is Santana there at this point?
This was the year before.
I was gonna say, I'm like, it seems like the obvious guess, but
no, that was a mishmash pitching rotation.
So we need a
Pedro was hurt.
Need the corner
outfielders.
Yeah.
Batting 5th in left field, Cliff Floyd.
Not Cliff Floyd.
So
2Ks for Tom, 2Ks for me.
Is he also there at this time? That's also for Tom.
He was there at the time.
Batting 5th. No, he wouldn't be batting 5th. Batting 2nd, Andy Chavez.
Not Andy Chavez.
We got Corey. You guys
batting
random.
Batting 5th.
Love Andy Chavez.
I feel like it's one of those where I'm going to have the right player, but the
batting 2nd, Lastings Millage.
It is Lastings Millage.
God damn! I was going to
guess with that then. Batting 5th in right field, Ryan Church.
Not Ryan Church a year early.
And Joe's got another point.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm out of outfielders for the 07 team.
I could have went Alomar and Gotye and really, oh man, I could have been.
I might have gotten Alomar.
Yeah, Alomar only played like 8 games. This happened to be one of them for the Mets.
You're not there.
Who?
So it's just the one position.
And batting fifth, right?
Good.
Batting fifth is the last.
Batting fifth in right field, right?
Correct.
Yeah, because
Millage was usually right field,
left field.
Oh, it's left field.
Left field.
I don't think that's going to really matter for Rich.
It doesn't really matter.
Corner
I
out.
think at this point.
Let's go with
Joe. Got 2 Ks for 2 points. Tom's got 2 Ks, and I'm K'd out.
Let's go with. I can't even think of a name.
I will always say it's fucked up that I make these graphics, and yeah, I'm in last place.
Let's go with batting fifth. Fernando Martinez.
Not Fernando Martinez.
Thank God.
I'll end it. I'm pretty sure he's a Yankee at this point, but batting fifth in left field, Bobby Abreu.
It's not Abreu. The hard one was the fifth spot. Only a half-year wonder with the Mets. Jeff Conine.
Oh my God!
Oh, I didn't even know.
Oh my God, Corey!
Jeff Conine.
Corey.
In the fifth.
I figured everyone knew Millage. Everyone knew El Duque. Had to throw one curveball.
I didn't even know he was a Met. All right, so Jeff Conine. So
ended his career with the Mets.
Corey adds a point to his total. So I think now, Joe, you added 2, so you're up to 26. Corey just tied Tom, so they're tied at second with 18. And I got some ground to catch up on here. So we'll throw it over to the Yankee side of the house now. Tom, you got the lineup for today.
I do. I also did August 25th. I did 2010, though, against the Jays.
Batting second in center field, Curtis Granderson.
That is correct.
All that's correct?
Yes, that is all correct.
Okay.
2010. This is really Rich's department. So, what are you missing? DH?
That's what I meant to do. You're missing DH and right field.
Melky, 7th right field.
Incorrect.
Batting fifth in right field, Nick Swisher.
Incorrect.
Vernon Wells batting fifth.
Incorrect.
Ooh, good guess.
Those are good guesses.
He's across the board.
I think Wells might be later.
What's going on with the Met game? Why is the guy was
batting fifth and DHing Nick Johnson?
Incorrect.
I know he was on that team.
It's a good guess. We're throwing some good guesses out there.
DH? It's got to be a random person at DH. Let's go with A-Rod at batting fifth.
You know what? You really would think so, but it is not Alexander Emmanuel Rodriguez. No,
I forget if
he was definitely the.
I forget if he was a Yankee. I think he might have been for 1 year. Is it Travis Hafner, DH, 7th?
No, another very good guess. Was a 1-year Yankee. I think a little after this.
Okay.
Actually, a little after this.
Batting fifth and DHing Lance Berkman.
No, that is also after this.
Marcus Thames, DH.
Joe continues to cheat. It is Marcus Thames is DHing in this game. Or he's looking at the chat because it's in the chat. So
I got a private chat. I swear to God. I'm throwing out random DHs, Thomas.
How have you not K'd out yet? I need a count of if Joe had K'd out.
Joe's got 2 Ks. Corey, you got 2 Ks, I think, too, right?
I got 2 Ks.
Right field, I have no. Right field, I have no idea. Big bulking DH. That's all I know. It looks
right
like
field.
Piece of equipment fell in the Met game at
the
back.
Nice.
Weird. Anyway.
Anything at this point's a pure guess. Right field.
Marcus Thames was going to be my guess, too, if I didn't.
Where was Thames in the lineup? Was he 5th or 7th?
5th, right?
5th.
DHing.
Lance Berkman, I would have guessed Marcus Thames. Was Berkman that all season? Oh, was he even that deadline?
I think Berkman's later.
He was the next year deadline, wasn't he? No, he wasn't. He was that deadline because he was with the 2011 Cardinals.
Oh, okay.
Fuck.
Again, I'm just.
there's a guest in this chat that I swear, if it's this person, somebody cheated.
Well, Joe already
I'm
did.
just throwing out a guess. I honestly have zero ideas, so I'm going to throw out a funny name. Willie Mopena, right field.
He was a Yankee at one point. The Yankees did sign him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is that it? We out?
That's
That's
it.
it.
So who do you got?
I'm going to fade myself out because I don't even have guests in my head.
It was another
I didn't even know you were
former
kidding.
Reds outfielder like William Mopena. Sierra was correct in the chat. Austin Kearns is in right field.
Austin Kearns. That's a name.
I don't even remember.
Sierra wouldn't cheat unlike Joe.
If I cheated, I would have gotten Austin Kearns.
Well, you can't make that obvious. Is the thing. Just your integrity is questionable at best normally, and when you play these games, it is just like laughable of the things.
I do tend to agree. So let's take a look here. So Joe adding 3 points in total, so he's up to 27. Tom added just 1. He's up to 19. Corey added 1 as well, so he stays at 18. And I added 1. I'm up to 15. So they have.
Rich, did you say you tend to agree with Tom?
Huh? No, I didn't say that. I would never say that. All right, let's move on to the next bit. And actually, Joe, while you're talking, let's talk about YouTube.
No respect, to tell you. All right, we're live on Instagram and X, but YouTube is our preferred platform. Don't forget to go over and like, share, and subscribe and join our discussion for the Crosstown Conversation. Join our over 520 plus subscribers right now and growing. Also, don't forget, we are live with Empire State of Baseball on Mondays. We have added 2 more shows.
I got you, Joe. Don't worry. You don't have to struggle. I got you. Here you go.
Here's our schedule. We have a TV guide, right? So every single day on YouTube, every single Monday on YouTube, Empire State of Baseball. The Clubhouse hosted by Sierra Poteet is Tuesdays at 8 o'clock. So don't miss that for the Yankee side. On the Mets side, we have Uncomfortable Conversations with Keith at 8 o'clock, also on YouTube. And then on X, we have all of our spaces. Bronx Tale every single day, Monday through Thursday. Queens Boulevard on Thursday. Extra innings on Friday.
This fucking guy said a Bronx Tale again. I swear. We're going to get pinched by Robert De Niro one of these days.
Bronx Take. I'm sorry.
It's called the Bronx Take. And yes, shout out to Sierra, host of the Clubhouse, Keith, host of Uncomfortable Conversations. It was a great first week for our full suite of programming. Looking forward to another week of it. Obviously, we kick things off on our Monday, but from Monday to Wednesday, 8 o'clock, stay here. YouTube, Instagram, and X, because we got live programming going on throughout the week. So here we go. It is now time for the Bulls and the Bears. And believe it or not, fellas, we're getting really, really close to the end. Getting very close to the end of our Bulls and Bears. I think we only got a couple more of these to go. So without further ado, let's start. Actually, I usually start with the Bears, but I'm going to start with the good this time. We're going to start with the Bulls. And with the reveal of the Bulls, Thomas, I'm going to throw it to you. Let's talk about the Bulls.
Yeah, I guess it's another fraudulent list like we're going to get to in the Bears list. Mark Vientos, sure. Nolan McLean, really good debut, deserved to be on here. Cam Schlittler, my guy. I introduced all of you to Cam Schlittler. So, he's up here in third, having a really good game tonight as well. Lindor, just on fire. When you're 1.3 OPS and he's playing every day. Also, so he's doing it in a much larger sample size. I think I actually put him number 1 because of that.
Yes, I agree.
And we got Stan at number 1. Again, he's been like, you can't get him out. And he's playing the field. He's doing his thing out there. We got him in the number 1 spot. Of course, Joe hates Carlos Rodon, so he doesn't make the list. But Mark Vientos hitting.
Where's Rodon go? Who's Rodon supplanting on this list?
Mark Vientos doesn't need to be on this list.
He's got 5 home runs and 1 RBI. He's got the same number of RBIs as Stanton.
He plays. I mean, listen. I'm breaking it down for you.
But come on, come on.
Such a bald head with RBI.
And not for nothing, Vientos is coming from a place where he was benched. He's flipped his year around the last few weeks. The two young rookies, absolutely no problem. They have been phenomenal.
Also snubbed, correct.
In the last, I agree. I had Lindor 1, Stanton 2, split in hairs just because Lindor plays the field every single day. That's the only reason I would have had it that way.
As much as I would love to agree with you, Jacob, since I did have an investment in Ben Rice. Vientos did have a better week slightly. Ben Rice, I'm sure, was in that consideration if you want to get into top 10s. But no, Vientos definitely had a more 2024 like Vientos kind of time frame here. And I love, honestly, Corey, I love just seeing the young pitching in the middle of this between your Nolan McLean and our Cam Schlittler there.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. I mean, the reason there wasn't a tie with Stanton and Lindor, I actually put Schlittler 2. He had a perfect game into the 7th inning. What was it, last Wednesday or something like that? So,
oh my God,
I was pretty high on Schlittler. But him and McLean, absolutely lights out.
Phillies picked off Soto, but dropped the ball on the rundown, and so Soto ends up at second base.
Oh, well, look at that.
Wow.
So there's a little luck going the Mets' way, as Bryson Stott couldn't handle the toss from Bryce Harper. Anyway.
All right, so that's your bull list. Joseph, while you're at it there, let's talk about the Bears. Go ahead.
Yeah. So here's the Bears list. A lot of these guys are just not to be. Anthony Volpe was the consensus number 1 overall Bear. He has been awful, not only with the bat, but in the field, to the point where he got benched for a couple games. Helsley has been just horrific since the Mets have gotten him. He's given up 7 earned runs his last 3 and a third inning. He's blown 2 saves. Just absolutely terrible. Manaya's been unable to find it. He's been unable to get out of the 5th inning. In multiple starts in a row, 9 2/3, 8 earned runs in the last 9 innings. Just not good. Number 4, Ryan McMahon, which is an interesting one. I mean, the bat is definitely bad, but you gotta give him credit. He is a good glove, but the bat is leaving a lot to be desired. And since he's come over here. And number 5th is Aaron Judge, batting 209.
Joe's an ass clown, and Rich and Corey are with him. You guys are so stupid. It's incredible. It's incredible how dumb you guys are. I'm embarrassed, not just for you, but for this show and for this audience. Big Slick probably, overcompensating for something over there with the name. I don't know what. Listen, Aaron Judge.
Hey, Big Slick had Aaron Judge as a cuck of the pond.
I'm not saying Aaron Judge should have been a bull, but Aaron Judge is still getting on base at a crazy clip. If Aaron Judge, if you take that 382 on base percentage and you extrapolated it out through the season, he'd be tied for 9th in all of baseball qualified hitters.
Tom, that
is not a Bear. That is
struck out 40% of his last his at bats. He's batting 209. Remember, this is a guy but Tom, his stock is at an all-time high. He got to come down.
Well, that's why you guys did this, because you guys are jealous. You're jealous little boys.
It's not about jealousy, Tom. He's not playing well. He's not playing like an MVP. You can't.
I didn't say he's supposed to be a bull. I mean, Reed Garrett and Ryan Stanek have ERAs of 15 and 17. Reed Garrett has an ERA of 17 over the last 2 weeks. Where's Reed Garrett?
Reed Garrett plays a quarter of the time.
Has an ERA of 15.
Reed Garrett's not in the game in high leverage situations anymore.
But Tom, we got to admit, when we do these bits here, there's a bit of stock.
It is a bit. You guys are a bit fucking stupid.
Aaron Judge is playing well below the expectation right now, and again,
that's fine. He's not one of the 5 worst players in New York.
The other X factors that I brought up earlier also contributes to my vote. See, listen, a lot of this. Yeah, does Aaron Judge deserve to be on the Bear list solely on his stats alone? No, because a lot of this is spite. A lot of this is spite on my behalf.
Idiot.
No, I'm not an idiot. Aaron Judge deserves to be here. He's hurting the team putting Giancarlo Stanton in peril or out of the lineup every single day.
That's not his decision. That's Boone's decision. That's a front office decision. That is, you cannot blame him for that. He's an 850 OPS in the last 2 weeks.
Let's be honest. Judge deserved to be on the list the last time. The only reason he wasn't is because half the New York teams deserve to be on the list. That's the only reason he hasn't been on the list.
But that also has nothing to do with this. We look at 2-week intervals.
I understand that, but he's not playing well. He's not playing well.
Tom,
he's not one of the 5 worst players.
You're also treating it like he's the number 1 bear here. Like, I voted him in as the number 5. I'm sure Corey had him. Corey, did you have him on your?
Yeah, I had Judge 6. I did have Ryan Stanek 5th on mine. They keep putting Stanek in these high leverage situations, which he does not belong in.
You had him 3rd.
You had him 3rd?
You had him 3rd. You are such a fucking loser.
Well, I had McMahon 5th.
You pasty-ass loser. You are, oh my God, I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for Teddy. Teddy should be embarrassed that his dad's an idiot. Hope he gets his mother's smarts and everything, because
I am taking it from the fact that the stock was at an all-time high for the entire year. He's come off that perch.
I'm just looking at the offensive side.
That's fine. I didn't say he should be a bull.
Yeah, but guys who should,
it's got to reflect what's going on. He's batting $193 in the second half. You got to ding the guy at some point.
That's not what this list is. This list is 2 weeks. You got to
ding the guy at some point.
Corey, go ahead.
Yeah, I think there's definitely an argument for one of the relievers there in the 5th spot. One of the Mets ones, that is. I'm from an offensive player standpoint.
His dumbass.
Yeah, the offensive player standpoint too. You look at the players who are worse. It's the players who play significantly less. Like Austin Wells only had like 20, 21 at bats, I think. Ronnie Mauricio was brutal, but he only played like 15 at bats. He's not getting any playing time anymore. So you talk about guys who just aren't really getting that run anymore. Whereas look at Judge, who's again, and no doubt about it, he's the best player we've seen since Bonds and A-Rod from an offensive side of the of the ball. It's just this week from an offensive standpoint, there weren't many. Clearly Volpe and McMahon deserved the spot. Not many other bats worthy of a Bear spot, I'd say. The argument could be made for one of the relievers, though.
Also, here's the other thing.
Duvall has given up a run in almost every outing in the last 2 weeks.
Here's the other thing, Thomas. You can't tell me that Judge.
I can tell you over the
on this list. He went 2 for 18 or 2 for 15 against the Boston Red Sox.
And had like 7
2 hits against your arch rival that killed you this weekend. Come on, Tom.
Got on pace.
Come on, you
walks count. I'm sorry to inform you guys that walks count. They're
against the Red Sox are worth double what the bats against the Nationals and the bullshit fucking Rays and Twins are worth.
Joe, go ahead, RBI double for Vientos.
Woo! Yeah, there you go, Tom. There you go. Eat shit, motherfucker.
Oh, Rich. Rich Joe. I'd love to see that pasty face right now. I'd make it red. Let me tell you that much.
Somebody bleep out the MF.
No, I can't. I don't even know. I barely have editing skills for fucking PowerPoint. I can't even do that.
Mark Vientos, baby. He's back.
Oh, man. Oh, crap. Game break. 4-3 Mets, 7-0 Yankees right now. That's a hot show, but we got to keep this damn thing going. That's real tears in my eyes right there. Let's keep this going into the trading floor. Joe, it sounds like you need to ring the bell. Why don't you ring the bell for once? How about you ring the bell? Let's get this damn thing going.
Ding, ding, ding.
That's not the clock. That's not the fucking bell. All righty, it's now time for the trading floor. The bell just closed, so let's take a look at the latest stocks on these players. And there you see it, Thomas. Not a substantial drop. Luckily, Judge's stock was high enough, and he was low enough on the Bulls list where he only dropped.
It is some insider trading collusion bullshit between the three of you. That's all I'm going to say. 25.15 ESB Bucks. Stanton now up to second.
after placing 1, 2, and 1 over the last 6 weeks. What a fucking beast Giancarlo Stanton is. 157.50 ESP bucks there. Lindor makes his way up to 106.47. Schlittler and McLean finally break the base value, 65 and 60 respectively. And we moved a little bit further down. Vientos increased his value up just a little bit. He's up to 49.5. Ryan McMahon also broke the base value, but in the negative. He's at the 40. Sean Manaea, Ryan Helsley, the same thing, 35 and 30 respectively. And Anthony Volpe's dumbass is now worth only 10 ESB bucks. Who wants Anthony Volpe? I mean, anybody could take Anthony Volpe at this point, right? So he's worth 10 ESB bucks. Corey Favs, we'll start with you. As we kick off the trading floor, what are your moves this time around?
Yeah, and I put it in the chat about an hour before the show, so not doing it based off of the hot game, but I am selling Alvarez, and it's a shame Alvarez was pacing Stanton for Bull of the Week until he got hurt. I mean, his numbers I actually threw him a lower vote in the Bulls, like a 6th vote, just because of how good he was. 1,000 OPS, 4 home runs, 11 RBIs. Shame he got hurt, but I have to sell him. It looks like he'll be back, though. He is already taking batting practice and starting rehab, so that's encouraging. But he might not be back this 2-week stretch, so I got to sell him 25. 28 in the pot. I also have Alonso who I'm going to sell, so it gives me a little bit of money to work with.
Oh, you're going to sell Alonso?
I'm actually I am doing a direct swap with Alonso and Vientos, so the same price. I just feel like Vientos gets into those ruts where he goes on absolute tears for a month and then he falls off a cliff. So I'm hoping I get him when he's tearing it off the ball. Keep it up. He's keeping it up tonight. Fingers crossed he continues. For the other move I'm going to do, because I still got the 25 from Alvarez and the 28 in the bank, I'm going to go with a $50 acquisition. I'm going to go with Bednar. Let's get a closer out there.
Okay.
Overall, it looks pretty good. I got the money for it, $50. So let's go with David Bednar for the last spot.
Joe, which of these investments will pay me dividends I can compound to retire off of? Any? I think we'll get more into dividends in 2026. We'll get a little bit more deeper in there. Okay, so Corey's selling Alvarez and Alonso, and he is swapping them in for Mark Vientos and David Bednar, and you're holding Juan Soto. Okay, that's one. All right, Joe, let's go to you. Let's see what you got here. So, Joe, once again, you held on. I know you were kind of in between with Stanton over the last few weeks. If you wanted to hold him, sell him, this is the time. Yeah. You've held on to him for the right amount of time here because now he's up to 157.5. You still have Soto and Alonso. What's your move? What are you doing?
Yeah, you know what? I keep saying that Stanton's going to be sold, but I think the risk right now is so minimal at what Stanton is going to what can possibly outcome. And the fact that in my total evaluation, I have far and exceeded Tom's total evaluation. So I am now in the lead.
You guys are cheating. That's
I
why.
passed you whether or not we dock judge no matter what. So I am going to hold simply because at some point I think Stanton's going to cool off. Let me see if I could ride it for one more stretch. Because if he keeps getting on the bear list, we're gonna have a really big valuation for him. I'm gonna hold one more week.
I'm putting in Giancarlo Stanton as my number one bear in 2 weeks. Sorry.
Okay, there you heard it. You heard it there, folks. Stan's gonna make the soul. He's gonna make the bear list according to Tom. I guess he's gonna be voting him at number 1. Tom, let's take a look at your mix here, and we know the deal. You've been holding on Aaron Judge for like 3/4 of the season at this point. He finally has lost a little bit of value, but not much. He's still top of everybody here. 255 and 15 ESP bucks here. What's the move?
Well, the first move is you have to correct his value. It is 283.50 because the insider trading that you guys pulled off is it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing for the show. I'm embarrassed for the fans and the listeners to have to even witness this. So it's 283.50 is his value, and yeah, I'm just gonna keep him. I'm gonna keep him. I'm gonna keep him forever. I'm also pre-voting him number 1 bull. He's number 1 bull next week in my.
You invested in Volpe?
15.
I actually can. For the first time in a long time, can invest in another player. But I would rather have to spend a night with Joe Pugliese than invest fake money into Anthony Volpe.
Okay, and I'll wrap here, and I'll be pretty quick. Lindor, Rice, Soto. Lindor finally held on to him and got a positive gain at 106.47. And you know what? On that note, I'm actually going to sell Francisco Lindor. I'll be selling Lindor. I'll also be selling back Ben Rice. It's funny because, of course, I sell him and I make the announcement I'm going to sell him prior to today's game. He goes deep. That's just how it works sometimes. So you add the 106.47, the 25, and the 395 that I'm already banking, and you get to 135.42. What I'm going to do is I'm going to invest in Cam Schlittler, who just went in. Again, this was announced prior to the game, so there's no shiestiness there. So Schlittler, who just cracked the bolus, 65, so that takes you down to 70.42. And I'm going to honestly only use a partial amount of that, and I'm going to invest for the first time Pete Alonso. So I'm going to go with Pete Schlittler, and I'm going to be holding Juan Soto. That takes me down $20, 92 cents in ESB bucks, that is. So I'm going, again, holding Soto and going with Schlittler and Pete Alonso for this time around. And that is your trading floor. And at 9:10 p.m. Eastern time, before we reveal the winner of our 500-plus subscriber giveaway, just want to go through, again, a little bit of run through of what we got going down next, because we got a lot of things going down next. Make sure to give us our main page a follow at ESB Podcast. That is where the show goes live there. We have one of our spaces, our 2 o'clock Friday space, extra innings, goes live on the main page as well. Give us all a follow individually at Corey Favs, at JR Pugs, at Rich J. Rivera, at T. Wospil. You can give our subsidiaries a follow at ESBNYM, at ESBNYY. We got spaces going down on both the channel. As Joe mentioned before, Bronx Take, Monday through Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern time on ESBNYY. Queens Boulevard, live on Thursdays, 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern time on ESPNYM, hosted by Keith. And as I'll just keep throwing this thing out there every day, because, again, we're on a program guide now, folks. And that is the guide as you see it right then and there. Make sure to give Keith a follow. We'll throw their handles here in the ticker. Make sure to give Keith a follow at Kicking It at Keith, at Christy Evans 618 a follow. That's Chris. At Sierra Not Missed a follow, Sierra, and at Boogie Dan NY. That is our guy Boogie, and that is the ESB team. So make sure to give us all some love on X. All right. With that said, it is now time for the 500-plus subscriber giveaway. And as a reminder, Joe, what are we giving away?
We are giving away this beautiful David Cone autographed baseball, complete with certificate of authenticity, so you know it's legitimate. And we are giving it away to the winner of our 500 subscriber giveaway.
Okay, let's do it. What do we got?
Drum roll, please. I regret to announce that the winner of the David Cone baseball is none other than Mr. Swift. And just so you guys understand that there's no funny business, there is about nobody on this planet I'd rather not give this ball to than Mr. Swift. So do yourselves a favor and take these giveaways seriously, because legitimately everybody has a chance to win, including somebody who was born to be the biggest pain in the ass on the planet.
Seth Lugo,
Swift.
I find it funny that
we are going to contact
Rich does this giveaway and he gives an autographed baseball to one of his buddies. It's if I were a fan out there, I'd be questioning.
Tom, trust me, I wanted to hit the refresh button.
Joe, I couldn't trust you less if I tried.
Why do you think? You think I wanted to give this ball away to Mr. Swift?
I think Rich wanted to give a ball away to one of his
Rich
buddies.
had nothing to do with it.
Rich had nothing to do with
how it's drawn.
I had nothing to do with it. Why are you blaming me?
And again, it's not like Swift is not Mother Teresa over here. We're not trying to get credit and earn our way into heaven. Swift is about it works for the Satan. He's one of his right-hand men.
A horrible thing to say about a longtime supporter of us there, Joe.
Yes, he is a longtime supporter. I appreciate that, but
Jesus.
I am going to put a Seth Lugo card in with the thing just for Swifts.
Yes, you should. Absolutely, you should. Well, there you go. Congratulations to Swift. And again, listen, we joke, and Swift is one of the biggest trolls I've ever met in my entire life. But he does come out. He supports the channel. He always says too, if we ever have a merch stand, he'd buy an ESB shirt just like that. So no, I do appreciate it. We do appreciate Swift's everlasting support. And listen, man, congratulations, David Cohn autographed baseball, and now you know for sure that these things are not rigged in any which way. Because Joe pulled out.
I think
Swift.
It is much more believable now that it is rigged that Rich wanted to give a ball to one of his buddies.
Oh
so
God,
just be aware of that, people.
I had nothing to do with it. I had fucking nothing to do with it. It literally had nothing to do with it. Why am I catching?
We're gonna do a 1,000 subscriber giveaway, and all of a sudden, Rich's dad's gonna win tickets to box seats at Yankee Stadium.
Oh, we already said
ESP family members are not eligible.
We already said family members are not eligible. Well, congratulations to Swift. Winner of the David Cohn ball, and Joe will get that out in the mail for expedited shipping, or he'll send it via a fucking carrier pigeon. I don't know how he's going to send it, but he's going to send it to you.
I got to find a dead animal stuff in the box too.
Yeah, there you go. That's disturbing. Okay. All right. Let's we're going to end this show. And again, as Joe made mention to earlier, make sure to check out our next few shows that are happening throughout the week. We got the Clubhouse tomorrow, hosted by Sierra. She has a fun segment tomorrow, but all I do know, I did get a birdie and found out that there's going to be a co-host on this show, and it's going to be another member of the ESP family. Christy Evans will be joining Sierra for tomorrow's edition of the Clubhouse, so you don't want to miss it. 8 p.m. tomorrow, Instagram, X, and YouTube. And of course, on Wednesday is another edition of Uncomfortable Conversations hosted by Keith. Who is going to answer the bell from Keith? Who is going to sit in the interrogation room that he likes to call the kitchen? Who's going to hang out with Gorilla? Who's gonna answer that call? That's gonna be Wednesday. A couple of conversations. Make sure to check that out. Again, Instagram, X, and YouTube, all part of our suite of shows. But it is 9:16 p.m. So let's start to wind this damn thing down. Oh, wait, by the way, almost forgot this announcement. We noticed that this week coming up is Labor Day weekend already. It's kind of crazy, right, Corey? It's already Labor Day weekend. Unbelievable. So that's September 1st. That's Monday. And typically, as we've done, and we're going to do again this year, we are taking off because it is Labor Day. Nobody should be working Labor Day, whether it's a job or a ESB, whatever. So Monday, full all show. There'll be no space that day. There will be no Empire State of Baseball. So we won't be back until Monday, September the 8th. As far as the other shows that happened that week, as of right now, they're currently scheduled to go, but there's a chance that those shows may take the week off as well. We still haven't discussed in the production meeting. But that's it for Empire State of Baseball. Again, everybody, thank you for coming out. 166 in the building. Appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. And Swift, congratulations, buddy. Tom, Joe, Corey to wrap. Let's call it a show.
Mets are up 4-3 on the Phillies. Runner on second in the bottom of the sixth. This is a game the Mets must win. Bottom line.
Tom, you gonna say anything? Okay, Corey, wrap this damn thing up.
Corey's on mute.
Corey's on fucking mute. Like,
I'm on mute.
It's guys.
3. Let's go New York Metropolitans.
We strike, baby.
Please get this W.
The mailman is excited.
Hope you all enjoy your Labor Day weekend. Don't make it a laborious one. All right? Go out and enjoy it. Breathe some fresh air. Touch some grass. And until next time, take care.
First, you guys are smoking.